professionality marks you guys as being a different kind of firm.
Stood out in a way that portrays the unique selling proposition of the house.
Welcome back to another episode of Chit Chat Sessions with PropertyLimBrothers. I'm here along with Alan and Cheryl. So thank you Uly and Gladys for actually spending a Saturday morning with us. So maybe before we begin, Uly and Gladys, can you give us a short brief introduction on yourself?
I'm Ulysses, you can call me Uly. I work as a senior data scientist in the tech industry.
My name is Gladys and I work in the HR industry.
Thank you for engaging PLB for your one of the biggest purchase in the whole life, I believe.
Oh, really? No. Thank you for making it easy.
Really. I also believe that sometimes as a first-time purchaser, right, you also have a lot of things behind your mind.
How do you actually come to know about PropertyLimBrothers and why do you choose to engage with them?
Well, we knew Cheryl on a personal basis for a few years now, and we've always known Cheryl to be very competent and on the ball, right? So when we heard that she joined PLB and we were looking for housing agents, we thought that if someone of her caliber chose to work for PLB, that this company must be of a certain caliber for her to want to work there, right? So naturally, we went. That's how we got to hear about PLB, and that's how we also engaged. But before we went with PLB, actually we were trying to do it by ourselves as individual buyers in the market. A lot of listings we replied to on internet, they didn't really get back to us. There were a few agents who wanted to represent us, but when we had that initial contact with them, we didn't feel comfortable. And then at that point in time, we got in contact again with Cheryl and we said, let's give this a try, and we were not let down so far.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow, really thank you. Can I ask you one question? Like when you connect with other agents in the outside, like what is the main struggle that you have other than the connection?
I think it's because we don't know them personally and we just had that brief 5 or 10 minutes with them, so it's very hard to build a rapport and really trust them with such a big purchase. Yeah, and we see Cheryl like a family friend, so we kind of knew that she won't run away.
Yeah, definitely
she will definitely serve us, so there's more assurance in that aspect.
What are some key important factors that you look for in a new home? Be it the price, location?
The first thing is neighborhood. We were initially very torn where to locate ourselves. He's very into Queenstown, Dawson area, whereas I'm kind of I feel I want to stay close to my parents, which is in the east.
Okay.
So there was a bit of a struggle, but he managed to convince me by bringing me there personally to view the space. And when I saw the few projects at Dawson, Sky View, Sky Terrace and all that, I'm sold. It's so beautiful and I thought that I could see myself living there. And plus, it's very near to the MRT. We both don't really like to drive, so therefore staying close to the MRT is very, very important to us. And amenities as well. We look at amenities around the area. There has to be a supermarket, there has to be a coffee shop where we can easily take away food and etc. So I think Dawson, this home, kind of fits all the bill. And when we actually went up to see the view in that particular unit, we are okay, let's just do it.
You saw by it, how you managed to convince her? Maybe you can share a tip, because I think out there, a lot of buyers out there, it seems like you, one in the east, sometimes one in the west, that I don't know how they go to.
So actually, it's a little more complex there. I have to dig into the history on our housing hunt, because it's not something we started last year, but it's been ongoing for 3-4 years.
3-4 years?
Yes, 3-4 years by now. 3-4 years ago, we were hunting. We went for some house visits on condominiums. We went for this house viewing at Pinnacle, I think nice high level 20 something. And the marketing to us was, you open the door, you see the whole CBD. That sounded fantastic, right? So we went there, then they actually opened the door, and the first thing I saw was my office building.
back home.
Yeah, I was I don't feel relaxed. I feel stressed. Then she was planning all the eating makan places around the place. So every day we tried the makan places. Then she's I bring you to this very nice mala place. Then she brought me there. And I'm this is where I eat for lunch.
Okay, so food is very important.
Food is no, I mean I feel like I'm working because I'm just my usual lunch place. The idea was, okay, so we still want central for all the reasons, but we don't want too central because then it's too close to work. And luckily we found a development that worked. And there are not many 5-room resale HDBs in a central location where the developments are new.
Yeah.
So I think we are very fortunate to catch this one.
How was the overall buying experience process like with Alan and Cheryl?
I'm not sure whether they are very good or they're very lucky, but I suspect it's really both. Because first of all, the service was really good. They respond very fast and they give the quality of information is top notch, right? But at the same time, maybe lucky because right before we engaged you, we were looking at those a la carte broker agents we found on the market and their standard really was not there. So by contrast, when we came upon them, it's like, wow, this is so much better. Like I think house buying is not a single event, right? Because along with house buying, there are many things involved. Like you need to look for financing, you need to find brokerage, you need to find the broker for the bank and all that, right? And they were able to provide reliable source. So like when we're discussing the topic of loans, they were able to link us to, I think one of their partners to look at bank loans. And their partners were very professional. Like on the other hand, the experience I had before I went to them was, yes, I asked some of the wannabe house representatives that, do you have a broker I can talk to because I also need to talk about financing? Then it's like, yeah, you can talk to my bro. Then when I talk to his bro is like, bro, I give you best price. Then I'm like, are you selling me durian or are you trying to help me find a loan? Whereas their broker was very professional. He was like, it felt like I was dealing with an actual professional. He was walking through me all the interest rates and the different products available. And even he was saying like, you know, you don't go for bank if you don't want to, there's always HDB loans. So very professional, very indifferent about whether you go. I think they had our best interests at heart, and I think that's consistent between all the people that they have shared with us and even their dealings with us.
Okay, so maybe in a few words, in a few sentences, maybe you can share with us your overall experience with PropertyLimBrothers.
I think first of all, because when we wanted to view some of the units, right, we wouldn't able to get a viewing slot. So ever since we appointed them, somehow like everybody took us seriously and started to arrange like viewing slots for us. So that is one key thing. I think buying a house is really a big purchase, and it is important like to choose what you really like. Yeah, so we were dead set on that few units, but we weren't able to get it. So somehow, after we engaged them, we got a viewing slot, and that's how things started to fall into place.
I had a very positive experience. I think the most important thing was the customer care, and the quality of customer care was important. I felt like I was being serviced by a whole team of people instead of just one agent. And because of that whole team of people, the answers you get is really quality and they can respond really, really fast. Again, house buying is not an easy task for anyone. It involves a lot of money. I felt it was very important to decouple the emotional part from the purchase. So this is where the team really played a very good role. And another thing is, especially if like you're buying like HDB in Singapore, there are a lot of regulations and a lot of like hoops you got to jump through, right? And especially if you're like us, first-time buyers, you're very completely unaware of what are the hoops and like even simple things like when do I make this payment? When is this allowed? Can I buy this? What's the loan? Having that team, that holistic team to support you was super important and it released a lot of stress. Yeah, so if I were to do it again, yes, I would engage.
Wow, really thank you. Definitely, I think for us, because we have been transacted many property along the way, so I think it's good that, because the question you asked is actually quite a common question in a way, because why we know that, because we every day in day out do, because I know as a buyer struggle, right? Even that time when I started as a new agent, right? That time to have Google, no Google, sorry. I said my age already. Yeah, so that time when I was started as a new agent, right? Even that time, a lot of things is no Google, nothing is, that time I think is, even the internet is also not as convenient as now. So that time is really, we learned the hard way. Even right now, even Google, right? Sometimes when I Google it, right? I see the thing, I'm very confused because information is all plug here, plug there. So you don't even know what is the correct thing.
Alan and Cheryl, do you have anything to say to Uly and Gladys?
So I'm very excited for a new place also. I think it's going to be very nice.
Yeah, we'll definitely invite you guys
Wow,
when it's
okay.
done by end of year.
Okay. Yeah, I also want to say a really thank you to giving us, the PLB, the team, even for Cheryl, or me, a chance to really guide you through the process. Because at the end of the day for us, right, when we actually help our buyer, right, we always feel that this is our own transaction. I also hope you enjoy your process on the renovation. Then of course we will see you end of the year lah.
Yeah, product.
Yeah.
We have come to the end of the episode, so thank you for staying till the end and we'll see you again.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye.